everyone, welcome back to another episode of EcoBrap. Today we've got a long trip. We've got 180 miles each way to Thunder Hill. It's about 100 degrees out, so I'll probably have the AC on the whole time. This is our first tow since the Ram has gotten its emissions update from FCA. So I don't really know if we're going to gain or lose any MPG. They said it shouldn't change, but we're going to find out. The last time we did this trip, we got 20.1 MPG hand calculated, so it was really close to not making our goal of 20. It'll be interesting to see if it changes at all on this trip. Conditions are a little bit different, but for the most part, we're doing the same exact thing. We're towing 4,000 pounds there in the back. We've also got the motorcycle in the back, probably closer to 4,300, 4,400 pounds total. We just reset the trip computer and the fuel economy meter, so off we go. So unfortunately, we got stuck in a little bit of traffic there, and even worse, it was on the Sunol grade, so we're in traffic going up the steepest slope we'll do on the whole journey, so it wasn't great for our fuel mileage. But on a positive note, before we hit the traffic, we actually saw the highest fuel mileage on the dash that we've ever seen. It was at 26.5 before we hit that traffic. Right now, after a little bit of clear road here, we're back up to 24.1 on the dash. I am trying really hard on my fuel mileage right now. I am driving super smooth, pretty focused, because I know that as soon as we hit I-5, the headwind and the crosswind that we typically face on this trip, they do hurt our mileage quite a bit. So I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a buffer before we do run into the inevitable here. Hey guys, so we're back in traffic unfortunately, but this is just the final stretch before we get on I-5. So once we get there, it should be home free, but then we hit the crosswinds and it does hurt our fuel mileage. So I don't really mind that too much, but the annoying thing is the truck always wants to kick down into 7th gear to fight that headwind, which, you know, is justifiable in some cases, but for the most part, I think it's pretty conservative. So I tend to fight it. I try to keep in 8th gear to keep those MPGs as good as possible, but it does make for a pretty brutal trip. It's just me letting on and off the gas for about 2 hours straight, trying to keep it in 8th gear. So it's gonna be a battle, but we'll get it done. So we're pulling off the freeway now, and we got lucky. I did not experience much, if any, headwind or crosswind, so our mileage is looking pretty good. We've only got another 4 miles to go here, so I'll let you guys know what our mileage was when we get to the track. Alright, so we just got to the track here, and believe it or not, we actually are showing 25.0 MPG after traveling 185 miles, which is just crazy. So we for sure lucked out on the headwind and the crosswinds. There really wasn't much on the way up here, so hopefully we luck out again on the way back, and I'll keep you guys posted when we leave. Hey everyone, so we just wrapped up here at the track. If I look disgusting, it's probably because I am. It's about 95, 100 degrees all weekend, so I need probably an acid bath after this. But we're gonna hit the road. We got up here with a really good MPG on the dash, 25.0. We'll get back to the fuel station and we'll hand calculate it. Pretty exhausted as usual, so let's just get back to the gas station, fill it up, and see what we got. We're back at the gas station now for our first fill up while towing with the new Ram emissions update. So we're curious to see if our fuel mileage is going to change. The dash is just telling us some good news. We covered 369 miles and the dash is telling us we got 24.1 mpg. Very likely that that's a high reading, but we're going to hand calculate it here, so let's fill it up. Okay, 30 seconds starting now. Okay, final pump. All right, that's it. 15.709 gallons used. Okay, we've got all the information we need, so let's punch it in. We did 369.3 miles. And we divide that by the amount of fuel we used, which was 15.709. Wow, that is our personal best MPG, 23.50 on a 369 mile trip. So I actually had to double check that because I didn't believe it, but that is indeed correct. 23.5 mpg while towing 4,000 pounds. Again, this is our first tow with the new Ram emissions update. Not entirely sure what it did, but it doesn't look like it has affected our MPGs at all. If anything, they went up. But realistically, I'm going to chalk the increase up to just better conditions. The last time we had a bunch of headwinds and crosswinds, so I don't really see any negatives to this, and I'm really happy. This is a really, really good journey. Keep in mind, I do drive like a bit of a grandpa while I'm towing, about 55, 60 miles an hour, but that's a speed limit in California anyways, so I'm just cruising along, enjoying the journey, and that's what helps us pull off this mileage along with that awesome aerodynamic trailer and, of course, the Ecodiesel truck. So thank you guys for watching. Got something special lined up for the next one, so make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.